Hello everybody and welcome back to another installment of Photo Finds. This installment is for November 4th, 2014. I'm your host, Nick Russo. Thanks so much for stopping by this week. I hope everybody had a great Halloween. We're going to go ahead and get started at the TTC, the Ticket and Transportation Center at the Magic Kingdom. On this particular day, the monorail was down, at least one of them. The direct connect to the Magic Kingdom was down, so everybody was forced to use the ferry boat to get over to the Magic Kingdom. Either that or head back out to their cars in the parking lot and take one of the buses from the resorts or something like that. This isn't the monorail that was down. This one is the one over to Epcot, but the one to the Magic Kingdom was down. I stuck around a little bit because I knew that they'd have the problem fixed at some point. I don't know why, I just got the gut feeling, and sure enough, they did, so we headed over to the Magic Kingdom in a matter of minutes. It was just fine. I don't know how often that happens. Let me know in the comments if you know how often the monorail actually goes down. That's the first time I had seen it go down. Now, as we made our way into the gates of the Magic Kingdom, some of the jack-o'-lanterns and pumpkins were still lingering around from Halloween. Some of the more fall festive decorations remained, but the more Halloween, the direct Halloween decorations like the scarecrows and these jack-o'-lanterns that were lining the roof lines were all gone. Here's your hub construction update for the day. Some land has been moved. The overpass, the construction overpass, is still as it's been. Now, the Astro Orbiter has opened after a period of downtime recently, so the planets up here have been reinstalled and they look nice and shiny and new. The functionality of the attraction hasn't changed, although some of the design elements have, like that red paint job, but the attraction still functions the same way that it always has. Over the weekend, there was a small fire over here in New Fantasyland at the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Nobody was hurt or anything like that. It was just thought to be some firework fallout, something like that. But over here, they had some sprinklers maintaining it, and there's no real noticeable damage from the fire, but some of these sprinklers were on. I haven't shown you Memento Mori yet, which is the Haunted Mansion themed gift shop. We're going to head on inside and get a look at what they have to offer there. Some D-Tech iPhone covers, some living room, bedroom merchandise, some decorations, some of these urns, dearly departed. There's a close-up on that. They have pretty much a little something for every room of the house, as well as some of this clothing, a shirt, and a tie. I believe the tie was $25 or $35, nothing too outrageous for Disney anyway. Some of these sand timepieces, they had some candle holders, and of course these Haunted Mansion themed magic bands that you could buy. Some smaller ornaments, things like that, and the store isn't terribly huge. It's the same size as the Yankee Trader was when it was the Yankee Trader, but as small as it is always pretty packed in there because everybody wants to get their hands on some of these cool items. Heading over to the Liberty Bell Riverboat. I've never shown you this Riverboat ride before, but the Riverboat is a 3-tier boat. Takes you around Tom Sawyer Island. The second tier, which is the tier that you enter on, has this cabin here that you can go on inside to the air conditioning and sit down, take a look at some of the artwork that they have in there. Out on the bow is where a lot of people sit down. That's also where the life vests are stored. Down on the bottom tier, which is actually where you exit the boat once it's back to the dock, is where the boiler and engine rooms are. Not much to see down here except for those things, which is actually kind of cool to see how the boat runs, some of the hydraulics and engines, things like that. And as you head back to the stern, that's where the actual water wheel is that moves the boat. You can get a pretty unique view of things like the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad from the boat. Some unique views of that. And also, it's kind of a scenic tour around Tom Sawyer Island. Like I said, you can see some of the same things that you would see from the Walt Disney World Railroad, obviously from sort of a different view. You can see some of Tom Sawyer's rafts that take you over to the island, that they sit there out of commission, and some more animatronics that you would also see from the railroad, obviously from kind of a different perspective. Now, one of the other things that we're heading over to take a look at while we're at the Magic Kingdom is the Move It, Shake It, Dance and Play It Street Party. This was formerly the Move It, Shake It, Celebrate It Street Party. It is a motorcade that heads down Main Street and heads toward the hub area in front of Cinderella Castle. Each one of these 5 floats has characters unique to them. And on this one here with the genie, they have kind of the master of ceremony up there on the center pedestal, and he's on the microphone chanting. I didn't get a good picture of him, but we'll see him in a minute. And between each one of the floats is kind of a group of dancers and stilt walkers that get you all hyped up. It's the Jungle Book float, the Phineas and Ferb float. And this is actually when the main characters come out of the floats. The Master of Ceremonies calls for the packages, these gift boxes, to be opened, and Donald comes up, as well as Mickey, Minnie, and Goofy. And soon after that, the Master of Ceremonies calls for everyone to join out into the street and participate in dances, various kinds of dances that he calls upon. And throughout the whole thing, they're also urging you to take pictures. So you can see some of these folks taking pictures on their phones, and then they give you a hashtag to link to your photos. And we'll see why in just a minute. There's a good shot of Minnie, and Goofy. At one point, they call your attention to the screens where they ask you to choose or vote by a round of applause which song you'd like to hear next. And in this case, everyone chose Happy by Pharrell Williams. So there was some more dancing and some more urging to take some more of those pictures, because the next thing that they did was draw your attention to the TV monitors that were up here, these jumbotrons on each float. And they had actually gone in and made a slideshow of pictures that were taken just at this one street party from this one day. And it was actually a really cool thing to see, all of these pictures that were right then and there. It's very interactive, and I think it's a great addition to the park. So if you get the chance, go ahead and take a look at that. It's the Move It, Shake It, Dance and Play It Street Party. It takes place several times a day over in front of Cinderella Castle. And then it heads back down Main Street to where it came from. Heading over to Downtown Disney on this particular day, there was an advanced screening for Big Hero 6, so they had one of these giant Baymax inflatables out here. Heading actually into Downtown Disney as it undergoes its refurbishments to become Disney Springs, this giant dock they have set out here is likely to become a seating area for one of the restaurants that they have planned. A lot of brickwork is being done. This is next to the Paradiso 37 restaurant, and brickwork is a very common thing that we'll see here. This is a new area that they have opened up here. It's kind of a miniature amphitheater / waterfront seating area. It's 3 tiers, and it has some unique seating zigzagged there, and presumably when they have events going on, whether it's music or anything else like that, they'll be able to put some more seating here to, again, make it kind of a miniature amphitheater. Around the corner from that, heading over to the marketplace, they have some more brickwork being done. This is all a newly opened up area, as well as this area outside of Raglan Road and outside of Fulton's Crab House. So they have this brick area, as well as the planters are brick. Like I said, lots of brick. And they have some additional new vending carts out there as well. Over here, next to the Lego store, this area is newly opened up. It was previously blocked off by a construction wall, but you can now walk through there next to Raglan Road and make your way up on these temporary metal risers. Some more brickwork being done to the left of those. And now we're coming here to this new stand that they have set up here between the marketplace and West Side. This is for Big Hero 6. And this is exclusively Big Hero 6 merchandise. They have some of these plushes for Baymax, as well as some more action figure type figures for Baymax. Around the corner, there's some more action figures, kind of miniature action figures. I don't know these characters now. Oh, one of them's Honey Lemon, and I can't make out that other one. I don't follow the Big Hero 6 story. I never have seen it, or read it. So I'll be a newcomer to Big Hero 6 when it comes out. And then they have a shirt here in Japanese as well. Heading into D Street, I wanted to point out some of these new Vinylmations that they have for the 2014 holiday season. This is a Gingerbread Duffy, and the other one that they have available is a Tinkerbell with a kind of Santa and Mickey ears. Alright everyone, that is going to do it for this installment of Photo Finds for November 4th, 2014. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'm your host, Nick, and until next week, have fun guys. Bye.